Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing?
Good evening.
Good evening, Bhavni. Yes, Bhavni, you have learned Japanese language, right? I remembered last time. I think your name is written in Japanese here.
Yes, yes. Actually, I attend some Japanese calls with this ID, so I put it in Japanese.
Okay. Yeah, I just remembered you spoke to me. Yeah. Welcome, Bhavni. It is her first session today. She wanted to just see how what we do here, and we have some of our old friends here.
Yeah,
And
hi, hi all. I'm excited to be part of this session. Thank you,
yeah, I have
Sanjukta,
my
for
cousin
adding me.
here from Baroda. I have Abhilasha from Denmark. Some others are supposed to join, but I think I have to remind them. Gaudium of Life May, Denmark maybe एक बार. I think today many can join us. Please join. Okay. Okay. So today's topic is about spirituality and how it is connected to money. So isn't it strange? How can spirituality and money be the same thing? Why do you think spirituality and money is same? They're not different. Any idea?
It is related to abundance. Like when we think in terms of abundance and spirituality, then money is also a form of abundance. So it flows like with our mindset of abundance.
Absolutely. And everything that you see in this whole world, in the whole universe, comes from the divine, the universe, or whatever you call. Okay. And so, if everything comes from the divine, can money not come from divine? Money is also coming from the same divine. You know, I remembered I was like, I joined, a session where I had to give lecture with another friend in a different organization. And there, one lady was asking that, why should we think about money so much? Is it not, it's not right to think about money so much. So we have been conditioned to think that money is evil, money is not spiritual. And but in reality, it is opposite. Money is as spiritual as a flower. So today's session, the title of the session is Money is as spiritual as a beautiful flower. Okay, so let us understand why it is that spiritual. And if we don't think it as spiritual, it will stop us from having abundance in our life. Okay, this is a book, this is a book, How to Be Rich, and this is from Patricia G. Horan. So I'm on a relay race on reading all the abundance book. I've read quite a bit of them, and now again I'm reading another few. I think this month end until November, I'll be reading only abundance, and I would like to share only this topic of abundance so that it ingrains in your brain and it transforms your life. Because last time, those who have not attended, I've shared that Deepak Chopra says that, all the karmas, all the sufferings of the world that we go through is in some way or the other connected to money. Why? Because बोलते कि अगर आपके बच्चे को स्कूल में, if you want your school to go to a good school, if you want your son to go to a good school, you want him, to excel, you need money for that. Hmm? If your parents are not well and they need good, facilities in hospital, you need money for that. You need money for every area where you're suffering in terms of karma. So, Deepak Chopra says is that the moment you have a struggle with a karma in a particular area, the very first thing happens is that it blocks the flow of money in that area. Because money block हो जाए तो वो उस area में problem होगा, आप solve नहीं कर पाओगे उसको, right? That's why understanding money is so important. Hmm? So let us understand from, there are small, and this book is about there are quotes and passages of different authors from different books all compiled together, and 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 this book is formed. So I will just read a few to understand and make you explain, make you understand. What am I saying? मेरा तो दिमाग आज ना, like, अभी भी अभिलाषा को मैं बोल रही थी, मैं अभी भी आई एम इन sleep mode, I am in that relaxation mode where my brain is now again coming back to form. Okay, so poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. Okay, so we think that poverty is a virtue. In many, many places, if you see the old movies, you will see that there is a boy and a girl. One of them is rich, another is poor, and the poor is shown as a very virtuous. The poor girl's family, or the boy's family, is shown as a very virtuous family, very nice, very good people, and the one who is rich, his or her family is evil. They are the villains. So even the society is portraying through movies that money is evil, and it has been soaked in our belief through parents. It's like a genetic. Parents ले लिया, उसके बाद हमने ले लिया. I remember, you know mm, my father, huh we are from Assam, and my father is a fan of Che Guevara, and he's a Marxist, and he's a fan, he follows CPM and all, that group. So he had this tendency of, like, that of always telling us that money is not good, we should not think about money so much. So he was, he in his own way was right, because he wanted equality for everybody, and he has really done great work for poor people, and he worked in clubs where there were donations and all these things happen, charity, blood donations, then all these medical camps, so he organized. But on the other hand, he also without unknowingly really created some wrong beliefs in me, for which for a long time I really struggled, because he always had this impression that money is not good. And so because we are his kids, we also developed that impression is money is not, we should not think about money so much. And whenever I used to ask for money from him, it was a fight. It never came easy to me. I always had to, struggle, challenge, and ask, beg from my father, and then finally my mother would talk to my father, and then he would give. So, kabhi kabhi hame lagta hai ki, wow, see, the father is so good. My father is, he is a genuine human being. I'm really grateful to have him, because he really loves poor, and he still does a lot of charity. But in that process, what he's doing is, did unknowingly, is that he has broken my, that purity of understanding that money is as spiritual as a flower. Okay. And I had developed many beliefs from there, that it is hard for me to get money, because I was not given money easily. So I developed a negative belief, thinking it is hard for me to get money. Okay. I developed deep down, I realized that, okay, I also used to started thinking that money is evil. I should not think of money so much. That's why I really struggled a lot in, before, in terms of money. So if you were physically ill, you would think there was something wrong with you, and you would seek help or do something about it at once. So, to understand that poverty is a disease, it is not a virtue to show off. And you will see that there are people who are very, we think that, poor people are so humble people, and the rich people are arrogant people. There is also this. I've also found people, especially in the field of spirituality, they say that, we don't run after money. Money should not we should not think about money so much. We are now spiritual people. We should think. That is called spiritual arrogance, my friend. Again, ego is something. I if I explained last time to Momita, the last session was about, we spoke a little bit about ego, right, Momita, where we spoke about ego always wants to prove that you are better than others in whichever
Correct.
way it is, right, Momita? So
Yeah, yeah.
there is, so even poor people, they want to prove that, see, we are so good, we are virtuous people. We don't need money. Spiritual people, oh, we are so spiritual. We don't need money. We are better than others. We are better than the rich people. That's why we don't need money. So that is called spiritual arrogance. It is not that you are virtuous. You are again developing another kind of arrogance that is called spiritual arrogance. Okay? So, so there is no virtue in poverty. So this was called, so this is, so there are different, I would not name the masters or the authors because there are multiple authors here. I'm just sharing, the points. So, and then understand another thing, okay? You will be able to help others only when you are first helped. Okay? You are a blessing to others only when you have been blessed. You can give love to others when you feel loved. Okay? You can share your abundance with others only when you have that abundance. Okay? I remember two stages of my life where I used to give a lot of money to others, and there was a time when I could not give a lot of money to others because I had my own, challenges, my crunches. And when I look back, I realized if I don't have, I cannot give it to anybody. That's why money, even to do charitable work, to serve, to love others, to give others, to gift others, first I have to be fulfilled. Okay. Then, then again, some cultures, so again, culture to culture, there has been so many, belief system, like, there is one belief where, so we have also, we have to understand that belief is something which is, you believe it is not true. That is why it is called belief system. Belief is something which is not real. You are imagining it in your mind, either through your own experiences or through culture, or from past life experiences, or from parents you have taken it, from your teachers you have taken in school. So that's why it's called a belief. So many cultures have given a belief that it is easier for the camel to go through, so that yeah, the human race was taught that to be poor was to be spiritual, that it was easier for the camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. So, can you imagine if these kinds of beliefs are given to us, how can we become abundant? We are already growing with these kind of beliefs, especially, I think it is in Christianity, it is said like that. Okay. Then again, understand, so you have, whether you have money or you don't have money is not a concern of whether, whether you feel abundant or not. Okay, abundance is a state of mind. It has nothing to do with how much money I have in my bank account. Okay, few days back I was listening to somebody and he said, if you have 1 lakh in your bank account, if you are earning 1 lakh every month in your bank account, you fall under the 7% of the whole population of the earth, the richer version. Okay. So can you imagine that? But again, to somebody, 1 lakh is nothing. To someone, 1 lakh is everything. Okay. So to develop that gratitude mindset and understand that, oh my God, I'm so grateful to have so much of abundance in my lives. The more we are grateful for the abundance, the more abundance flows into our life. So remember also this, okay? The more we are cribbing, the more we are complaining, feeling, resentment for even, when we feel resentment towards others, sometimes I was reading one book called The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, where the author was sharing that, when he was not that rich, he used to go to a very poor locality. Okay. And in that locality, uh, like, he used to keep his not very, costly car, and he used to go for some work and he used to come back and he could easily drive back to his home. Okay. And so every week he had to go for some work in that locality. It was not a very rich locality. It was a poor locality. But the author started working on himself. You should also read the book, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. It's an amazing book. The author said that after a few years, when I started becoming rich, I bought a costly car and I went to the same locality and did my work and came back and found my car scratched by a key all around. Okay. So what happens is that so so one is money is evil, we think. Another, we think we also condemn money. How do we condemn money? When we condemn people who are rich, it means we are also condemning money. Deep down, did you see? You just try to close your eyes and see who are the rich people all around you. Just take 2 minutes. Who are quite richer than you, like not just mediocre, very rich, and you are in contact with them, and see how you feel about them. Deep down, do you feel that, okay, these people are very snobbish, these rich people, they're very arrogant, they earn money through wrong means, they do so much of frauds and ghaflas. And that's why they are here. You can open your eyes. Can you relate to it?
Well, I have a different connotation on this. I
Hmm.
don't know whether I can share this or not. Okay. I just now I thought about a person, okay, who is very rich. I mean, uh, his accommodation is like a palace. Okay, I don't want to mention the name of the community here in Bangalore. You know what? I've seen his okay, his daily food diet. Okay, and me and my husband, we share, with each other that see, like, I mean, we bongs, like, we spend so much of money, like, we eat non-veg items or whatever, like we eat, like, so our half of our, what to say, like, expenses are gone there, like, in bringing this daily food item. These people, I don't want to mention much.
Okay, but what do you feel like? What do you feel like? So it's like, oh my God, see, a comparison, right?
Yeah, comparison. See, okay, we don't have an accommodation like him, but then see, we are like, we have our diet is like, very lavish, unlike him. So,
Again, see, did you see? It's also a comparison.
correct, correct, which is negative. Yeah, that's what I could relate when
Somewhere
you
we are not liking that person. Yeah, anybody wants to share what they feel? I used to feel, I used to also feel like that. And then I realized that, oh my God, I am creating my own.
Then you become vegetarian. So you you become veggie. That is why, na? They
No,
say, na,
I didn't want to. Hey, I'm not
Bengali,
trying to
Bengali,
reduce.
Bengalis expenses always on the food they eat.
You're going another
All
way.
other, they,
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
their lavish eating is the main cause. They spend so much money.
Okay, jokes apart. Okay. Okay. So, friends, the thing is that, see, somewhere deep down,
And I just
we
joined, and you were talking about that, so I can't resist myself to.
yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
share
I
one
became a
thing,
vegetarian to
Samrita.
save
Can I
money.
share?
Yes, you're correct, Joita. I became a vegetarian to save money.
Yeah, you want to save Pandada's money.
Yes, yes, I did that. But jokes apart.
Yeah, what is my son? My son is saying that you should be vegan, like auntie.
Oh, no, but frankly speaking, friends, if you really want to see growth in your spiritual life, if you really want a roller coaster transformation in your life, try to get get into vegetarianism as fast as possible. My spiritual growth was in one level before I turned vegetarian. After I turned vegetarian, it took another pace. It's not a non-stop pace it has taken. So I'm not saying you should do it today, because it also took me a long time. We Bengalis, how can we avoid fish? But yes, Bhavni, please share.
So there is a uncle in my like recently I got married last year. So one of my husband's uncle, like his mom's brother, he is like very rich. He's at Dubai and he lives in Dubai. He has like around 40,000 acre bungalow in Bangalore. And he is like considered very famous and rich, and he has a lot of influence in politicians. And so but he does not have wealth from his ancestors. He is a self-made rich man. So he is very humble and down to earth because he made everything on his own. But his children, they got everything from scratch. Like, we say in Hindi, chandi ka chamac leke paida hote hain. So
Hmm.
they got everything from their parents, and they did not have to work anything. Like, no
Hmm.
struggle for job. Whatever they want, they can travel the whole world. They're
Hmm.
like millionaires, billionaires. So when me and my husband, we come from a very humble background. Like, I also studied and then worked like everybody, and then I got a degree, and then I got a job based on the qualifications. Even same with my husband.
Hmm.
But all of his cousins, like, he used their uncle's influence, and they got job in Dubai and all over the world.
Hmm.
Me and my husband are the only one who worked hard on our own, and we never used his influence. Even though they always keep telling us, why don't you go to Dubai and all, but my husband also doesn't want, and I also don't want to take his favor and all.
Spiritual arrogance, Bhavni.
Yeah, but Sanjukta, when I see their sons and their daughters, they just like ऐसे पैसे उड़ाते हैं वो, then
Doesn't
we
matter.
feel somewhere
Doesn't
that
matter.
that
We are not here to judge others. Okay. So this is also there is this story of Kriyananda. Okay. Kriyananda was sharing about that, okay, even the thought, he was saying that there was this rich people, belief aisa, dekho, now you will understand, Bhavni, what is belief. Okay. Here, I'm not here to tell anybody. So even I am doing the same thing. I have done the same thing. I've learned, so I'm not doing it. Okay. That's why it's not, there is no right and wrong in what you are thinking. I'm just clearing so that it opens up your
it's
path
very
to heaven.
natural, na? Like Sanjukta, like somebody is not working hard. We have worked so hard
No,
in life, but
no, no,
किसी
no,
को
it's not.
ऐसे ही मिल गया.
So if you understand I'll just give you an example, okay? Then you will understand, okay? So Kriyananda was sharing about this belief, okay? He says that there was this group of boys who came from I think far away city in the same country, and they were very rich, okay, very rich boys, okay, and they came, and I think they spent so much money, um, wherever they were. Example, Las Vegas, just the example, Las Vegas, and that they had no money to return back. Okay, they have spent so much of money. But what happened is that they had a very little money and very little money, and they gambled on a horse race. Okay, and they said, okay, and they are just fun, like, okay, let's gamble on this horse race. And that horse which they gambled on won won the race, and they earned back lots of money, and with lots of money they went back. Okay, there was another example. This is a book on of or I'm sharing all these from a book which Kriyananda shares only on this. These are two volumes on how to develop abundance. Okay, that's where he shared this. There he also shared that one day, let me tell you, Kriyananda is the disciple of Yogananda ji. Yogananda ji is the disciple of Mahavatar Baba ji. You all know about Mahavatar Baba ji, right? Who has been alive for 2000 years. Some say 3000, some say 2000. He's still alive, and he's one of the most powerful masters. And Yogananda was a disciple, and Kriyananda was the disciple, same lineage. So very powerful lineage, which I'm talking about. And
Even
Kriyananda
Guruji
says,
Noshir, even Guruji Noshir.
yes. They all
Uh,
have different, and there will be many, because Mahavatar Babaji has many channels. Okay. So then what happened is, one day Kriyananda, he had a friend, and he was quite rich. This friend was, okay, and he came and he said, today I lost all my money. And Kriyananda was stunned. He said, you lost everything. And he was more worried about the friend than the friend himself. Okay. And then he said, what are you going to do? He said, don't worry, I'll again earn. Don't worry, I've just lost. I can, if I have earned so much in this so many years and lost, I can again earn. So it has nothing to do with hard work. This is also a belief. When I will do beliefs on money, there is also another concept where it's a negative belief which stops our growth as well. When we say I have to work very hard to earn money, it is also a negative belief. It is also a negative belief that people who do not work hard, they don't deserve to have money if they have got from inheritance. You never know, maybe in past life they have done such good karma that now they deserve to enjoy money. They don't need to show hard work in this life. Another very important factor to really have. So today's session is to make you love everybody who are rich, so that you can become rich faster. So understand that only when you are able to. Yes, Momita.
But here I have okay, I mean, we should not be judgmental about people. So just now, one of our friend has shared that paise urate hai. So yeah, we have seen people see, I understand the belief system. It's a wrong or negative belief system to think that कि मुझे बहुत मेहनत करनी है, to earn money. That's a negative belief. Okay, but then another, analogy of this is that when you really, I'm not talking about struggle, but when you really work hard, you understand the value of money. लेकिन अगर आपको पैसे ऐसे ही मिल जाते, for example, just now the friend has shared
You
कि
never
उनके
know, from past life he has developed the understanding of money.
that is fine. लेकिन अगर for example, इतने someone is born with चांदी का चम्मच and then doesn't understand the value of money, और ऐसे ही पैसे उड़ाना, don't you think that is
See,
again
there is something called understanding, and there is something called judgment. Okay. Even there is one concept where Deepak Chopra talks about saving money, which is so important. Okay. And to learn to save money is also another learning of money. Okay. One is to really not be very cringy. Agar hum, there is, so that, there is this concept in Buddhism called middle way. Middle way means find a middle path. आपके लिए जो एप्लीकेबल है वो शायद मेरे लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, बट वी ऑल हैव टू कम टू दैट मिडिल पाथ. अगर आप बहुत कंजूस हो ना, देन मीन आपका बिलीफ ये है कि पैसे नहीं उड़ा सकते, पैसे बहुत बहुत हार्ड वर्क से आता है, वो हमको रखना है. ओके. So then your learning for money is to understand that money is abundant. You are the source. It's like it's an infinite source from which you are continuously getting money. You don't have to so much hold. The more you hold on, it's like a sand, it keeps going out. But for another person who is a spendthrift, for that person's learning is कि पैसे नहीं उड़ाना चाहिए. Okay. But again, Kriyananda says कि यहाँ पे, when he was explaining this, वो बोल रहे कि बहुत लोग यहाँ पे ये सब understanding लाएंगे, judgments लाएंगे कि देखो ये लोग ऐसे रेस में किए, ये किए. There also he suggests that don't bring all these judgments. See what beliefs they have made. Because बचपन से ही वो लोग believe करके बड़े हुए हैं कि पैसा तो बहुत easily आ जाता है जीवन में. समझ रहे हो? These kids who lost all the money, they have also grown with a belief कि पैसा बहुत easily आ जाता है जीवन में. इसीलिए क्या हुआ उनके वो, even when they lost all the money, they immediately gained the money back. It's again a belief. Okay, that's true. That, but at the same time, see, so you are thinking so much about others. Spirituality is all about yourself. कि सेव नहीं करते हैं, यूज वेस्ट कर देते हैं. अगर करते हैं, मैं क्या करती हूँ, जस्ट फोकस ऑन दैट. डिड यू गेट इट? If you most of you are from Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhism, you have practiced a little bit, kuch ne kiya hai. The first gosho, on attaining Buddhahood in this lifetime, okay, that gosho, what does it say? What does it say? It says that 1,000 years of practice भी आपको enlightenment के तरफ नहीं ले जा सकता है अगर आप उस लॉ को अपने अंदर नहीं खोजते हो, उस लॉ को आप बाहर खोजते हो. ओके, दैट मीन्स I'm again focusing on what people has defects, where they are spending so much, where they are not respecting. See whether you are valuing or not. If you're not valuing, work on yourself. If you are respecting or not, work on yourself. There is another gosho where it says that, it's like counting, it's like counting somebody else's coins. When we judge others or when we envy others, when we think that देखो वो लोग कुछ नहीं किए, कुछ हार्ड वर्क नहीं किए, फिर भी उनको मिल गया है, इसका मतलब है मैं दूसरे के घर का कॉइन्स को काउंट कर रही हूँ ये सोच के कि मेरे घर में बढ़ जाएगा पैसा. होगा? कभी नहीं होगा, राइट? So what the main focus is that the faster you become purer, the faster you love these rich people, you are going to become rich. So do you want to become rich or not? That is the main goal. Then you have to love these people and not judge them. Is it clear now? What do you think,
Yeah.
Momita?
Yeah. Always in love with rich people.
Get rich. What do you
Yeah,
think,
that,
Bhavni?
that is why you can see that those Ambani's videos.
Yes,
You see,
Bhavni, what do you think? Are you there?
Yeah. I think that yeah, we should love them, but also sometimes like the belief of like how you said, so I understood, but sometimes the belief of people surrounding us, even if we tend to love them, but some people will say, "Are they have always got something." We
So
also
we have nothing to
get
do with them, right, darling?
manipulated.
Okay, we have nothing to do with what others do. Okay, this spirituality, whether we are practicing Nichiren Buddhism or we are doing meditation, it's all about working with ourselves. The more we work on ourselves, the faster we transform. And the basis of mm, even in Nichiren Buddhism, I'll explain from Nichiren Buddhism because Bhavni is joining for the first time and she can connect with it. The greatest of slander, there are so many slanders that we create on a daily basis, right? So many slanders, right? We hurt people, we insult people, we judge people, and so many things we keep doing in our mind, words, thoughts, and action. But the greatest of slander is when we don't believe in our Buddhahood and others' Buddhahood, no matter how that person looks from outside. I had a cousin who made my life hell because he was a distant cousin. He was workaholic, sorry, alcoholic, and I attempted to take him to to a rehab and so many things because we lost our uncle and aunt, so I was trying to help him. But on the contrary, what he did is that because he wanted to escape from me, because I was stopping him from drinking, so he maligned me, and he made I became so wrong in the eyes of so many of my relatives just because he just maligned me. For years I was unable to accept him, thinking that I was trying to do so good for him, and this is what he did. But after years of understanding, I realized I have to love him no matter what. I have to accept him no matter what. He is as divine as me. Just because he was alcoholic, it doesn't mean that he was not divine. That was my human revolution. Okay, so that is it. Yes. My cousin is saying ultimately everyone came to know the truth. Okay, because she knows about what happened. But I have been able to love him back, because I was unable to love him of what he has done despite of trying to help him so much. So the final goal is about my transformation. It has nothing to do with others. Okay. So okay, coming back to again start let's understand that how money is so spiritual. Okay. Okay. When we can fully and actually incorporate into our minds the consciousness of infinite supply and our inseparable connection with it, we may let go of everything we have in the world and make instantaneous relation with the lines that will lead us again into abundance. Okay, so again an understanding that that infinite supply, the infinite intelligence has infinite supply, so there is no lack. It is our birthright to have money, because we all know that the whole universe is me. I am one with the universe. If And also I am the child of the universe. Bacha jo, and right now Bhavni said that inherited. So see from this example, I am the child of the universe. I have inherited the same abundance the universe has. Nobody can question that. How can she, without doing anything, have that abundance? This is what the universe law guarantees, that I deserve to be abundant. I'm worthy of abundance no matter whether I do work hard or I don't work hard. It is my birthright to be abundant. Because don't think about the superficial thing, कौन कितना काम कर रहा है, कौन कितना नहीं काम कर रहा है. Deep down, because I am the divine, or in Nichiren Buddhism sense, I am the Buddha. I have the right to have all the abundance of the world. Okay. Mm. Okay. So again, there is another. So again, coming back to money is as spiritual as rose. Okay. There was this story. Okay. Kriyananda was sharing that taking something for nothing, okay, taking something for nothing has become a very big tendency. Kriyananda, like, it's like an initiation, a kriya that it's like, जैसे दीक्षा बोलते हैं ना, तो उनके lineage में भी दीक्षा देते हैं. तो Kriyananda said कि once I went to this he went to Delhi, to a very posh area where he had to give diksha to a few people. There he was given only 5 rupees as a return back. So you have to give a guru dakshina type, right? Dakshina, right? Once you get an initiation or diksha. So he said that, see the mentality of people, they are so rich, but still they are so, this is called poverty consciousness. It has nothing to do with whether you have lots of money or you don't have money. Abundance is a state of mind. These people, their state of mind is not abundant. Okay. That's why, there are chances that these people, despite of being rich, they might lose money in future. क्योंकि बोलते कि जब फियर थॉट प्रोसेस से अगर आप मनी को पकड़ के रखते हो, तो वो मनी ज्यादा देर आपके एरिया में रहेगा नहीं, बिकॉज फियर इज लाइक अ मिरर. The more you're scared कि the money might go out from your life, the fear energy will reflect back to you and it will go out. कभी कभी डिजीजेस के साथ, कभी कुछ ना कुछ के साथ. आपने देखा है कि आपने बहुत सेव किया है पैसा डर के मारे. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी आर बेस्ड ऑन दीज फियर्स कि आपको कुछ हो जाएगा, तो आपको कुछ ना कुछ करना है, बट इट शुड बी आउट ऑफ नॉट आउट ऑफ फियर. इट शुड बी आउट ऑफ, ठीक है, सेव करते हैं, राइट, बट वहां पे क्या होता है, फियर डाला जाता है. और आप देखो, इवन फॉर पीपल हु आर वेरी stingy people, you will see these stingy people, they might be trying to hold them. That there is another one day I will talk about some laws of money. We will touch that laws of money. You will see one of the law of money is that the law of flow. The money always needs to flow. Usko pakad ke rakho to money kahin na kahin se nikal jayega. That's the law of money. Okay, so that's why there he's talking about. So Mahavatar Babaji talks about. So So here Kriyananda talks about a story where Mahavatar Babaji is saying कि problem क्या है पता है? India में, these rishi munis and everything, they have become, they are very enlightened people, but at the same time, somewhere deep down, many of them have become very spiritually arrogant. वो मनी को ना इविल के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं, स्पिरिचुअलिटी बोलते हैं मनी हमको भ्रष्ट कर देगा, मनी हमें नहीं चाहिए, मनी 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 नहीं करना चाहिए. ओके. एंड उससे क्या हो रहा है, वो भी एक एक्सट्रीम एंड है. एंड वेस्ट कंट्रीज में और एक एक्सट्रीम है जहां पे मनी मनी ही करना चाहिए और कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए. ओके. Again, so Mahavatar Babaji said it is time to bring both of them together and balance it. Balance the money part, like, not too much getting into materialism, not too much getting into spiritual arrogance. Nahi chahiye, bringing it into the spiritual balance. Okay. Then again, the kind of language we use for money. Yes, Momita.
Yeah, just now you mentioned, no, like Kriyananda who went to Delhi to give Diksha, where, like, those rich people in that posh area just donated him rupees, 5 rupees. And so that's like kind of like, poverty consciousness, as what
Hmm.
you stated. So don't you think, I mean, I don't know whether I'm using the right, whether I'm being judgmental or not, but don't you think Kriyananda is being judgmental, like, after
No,
getting this?
because see, he's not judgmental here. Try to understand in what context. He's writing a book on money. So there he has to mention everything that is going wrong with people,
Hmm.
so that the people don't do wrongs. So he's not just randomly saying this. Okay. It's a book, 2 volume book. Like, I think this I think 4 books. Okay. And the book, so when you're writing something on money, you have to talk about money from all angles so that your life gets transformed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not just randomly saying this. He's saying when the time has come for money to talk, he has to talk on money in all areas. Okay. Even Mahavatar Babaji, if you read even Yukteswar Giri's language also, he talks about this to bring the balance, not go to two extremes. Okay. Because if you see many people who are giving a lot of things for free, this is a satsang. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about even Dr. Newton also says, and some days back, another friend reminded me, Ram Thakur, one of the very famous gurus of Bengali. Yeah, if you know, many of you know Ram Thakur, those who are Bengalis. One of my friend was telling that, Ram Thakur mentioned in one of the books that, never, take anything for free from anybody. Okay. Because in from past life, like they say that in like, then you have to take, even if you are about to attain enlightenment, in your next life you will again take birth, because you have to settle the balances. Okay. So that's why it's so important. Even Dr. Newton tells me, I used to never take money for therapies. अभी भी मैं नहीं ले पाती हूँ, but I have made very sure that even if I'm not taking the exact amount, it's a very high amount my therapies are, but even if I don't take the exact amount, I tell them, you have to give me, even if it is 10 rupees, 15 rupees, you have to give me something. Because Dr. Newton has taught me that even therapies will not work if you don't take an exchange amount. Okay. So it has not to, and also to understand from another perspective, I'm explaining Bodhisattvas and Buddhas. There are two people, right? Bodhisattvas and Buddhas. Again, here many don't know, but in Buddhism, there are two. What is a Bodhisattva and what is a Buddha? Bhavni, Mahua, and Rebecca, you have joined Nichiren Buddhism. Can you tell me a little bit about who is a Bodhisattva and who is a Buddha?
So there are 10 worlds, and world of Bodhisattva is the ninth world, and the world of Buddhahood is the 10th world. So Buddhahood is the highest form. It's greater than Bodhisattva.
Yes, right. It is greater than Bodhisattva. But why? What is the difference? Why is this Bodhisattva still not a Buddha?
Because Buddha is already attained enlightenment and Bodhisattva is about to attain enlightenment.
Why he
Just
hasn't
one.
attained enlightenment?
Because Bodhisattva thinks of himself and others, but Buddha's life stage is so much big that he has so much compassion for everybody that Bodhisattva does not have that kind of compassion.
That's the opposite, darling. You know, there is a story. There's a story. A bodhisattva was with all the 10 world people, hell, hunger, animality, anger, realization, learning, all these 10 worlds. They suddenly, all people of 10 worlds were all in one place. And suddenly it started raining. Okay? Raining so heavily. And the bodhisattva said, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. Let me help you. And he started bringing one umbrella. He gave one umbrella to everybody. No? And everyone was covered. They were all sheltered under the umbrella. And the bodhisattva realized that he has not kept any umbrella for himself. Okay? A bodhisattva becomes a Buddha only when he understands that he is equally important to others. He becomes a Buddha when he makes sure that he also has an umbrella for himself. Okay? So that's why, so from many angles, it's so important, okay? That's why again, come back, now understand and love everybody. Even, this is what has happened, I have realized. The moment somebody asks for money, we start thinking, oh my God, that person is so money-minded. Don't we think like that? That person is doing spiritual work, especially for therapists. Thankfully, I still don't charge. Nobody can tell me like that. But I have also experienced, I have also judged people when somebody has charged 5,000. I take some sessions from some, and she's an amazing person. But the first or second time when I did session from her some 4-5 years back, and she charged me 3.5, and I was in my mind, she's a spiritual person. Why is she asking so much of money? Okay. But after I've done multiple courses on money and understanding and read money, and I understand that the more we do that, it is stopping us from having our own money. Okay. 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 They refer to money as filthy lucre, or say the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay. Money is all I want. And again, there is another extreme. Okay. They said this is another. So it's all about coming to the middle path. One is another extreme कि नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, कोई भी चाहता है तो वो गलत लोग है. और दूसरा है कि मनी के अलावा कुछ है ही नहीं जीवन. It cannot be, right? We have to bring money to a spiritual balance. Okay. Then yeah, so it's so beautifully he's saying that, says get away immediately from all superstitious belief about money. So these are what I'm talking about, is these are all beliefs, my friend. Okay. The more you hold these beliefs, it will stop you from having your own abundance. So get away immediately from all superstitious beliefs about money. Do not ever regard money as evil or filthy. If you do, you cause it to take wings and fly away from you. Remember that you lose what you condemn. Begin to see money in its true significance. It is a symbol of exchange. It means to you freedom from want, beauty, luxury, abundance, and refinement. Okay. And we are already, what is the time? Okay. Oh, we have started, we couldn't even meditate. Let me just, because we spoke, but it was a good session. We spoke so much. But remember, what I wanted to say is that, here one author has said to aspire for money is the greatest thing to do. Okay. Why? Tell me again. Why do you think to aspire for money is the greatest thing to do? One of the greatest. I will not say the greatest, because then it is again only money factor. It's one of the greatest thing that we can aspire about. Anybody has any answer? It's because it says that the soul wants to, express itself to its fullest in all areas. In all areas. Okay. So when it is expressing in terms of money, the soul is also expressing to its highest potential, highest spirituality it expresses. The more abundant, this lady, Oprah Winfrey, do you know how many people got benefited because she was rich? So many billions of money she has contributed because she was rich. Okay, because she has looked at money from a spiritual perspective. It says that there is another perspective of money where you want money because of competition. Unko mila hai, mujhe bhi chahiye. Okay, but when you want money for your own benefit, when you are happy, when you are healthy, when you are fulfilled, that's when you feel like also helping everybody around, right? आप खाली ग्लास से तो किसी को नहीं भर सकते हो, right? That is why it is the highest thing that one can aspire towards. Okay, so today we will do a if anybody has questions you can raise, otherwise we will go into a process. The process is called money is as spiritual as a beautiful flower. Nobody has any question, then we will go into a process. Okay, I'll stop the recording.